Good morning. If you chose pile 1, this is your pile. We have the Queen of Wands. We have the Blue Jay, the Goat and the Willow. Sorry about my camera. The King Oyster, and then we have our 3 of the Whispering Woods deck. Our keywords. My card for the day was the Elephant, the Leadership card from the Intuition Oracle. So don't mind that. I just forgot to move it. Or take it as you will. I mean, it might be a message for you as well. In part 2 of the reading, we will be going over a time slot. We'll be pulling tea leaves and oracle pogs and a few more tarot cards to confirm this. So if you get this message and you want a little more detail, keep an eye out for part 2 in my Patreon. But as for part 1, it really looks like, so when I think Queen of Wands, I always think Queen of Passions, like just someone who is actively pursuing their passions and doing what they dream of, what makes them happy, what makes them thrive. And I love this deck. This is one of my favorite artists. She's like literally plants coming out of her. I don't know if that will focus very well. Love the wands. The fact that it kind of reminds me of like a light bug, like her body shape. But there's so much going on, and she's flowering, or she's flowering. Oh, it's been a day with words. Bear with me here. She's tending her flowers. Whatever she's putting on them is making them grow and bloom and just thrive. Taking the time to actively feed what is something she wants. Because I mean, this, like the flowers on this, they're literally little hearts. Except for, I think those ones are little kitty cats. But this is a little heart. Definitely following your heart. Then we have the Blue Jay, which, these are amazing cards. The time is right to access and master your abilities. Do not do so with humility and control. I mean, that ties right in. It's definitely time to follow your passions, to grow them, to make them become what you've always wanted them to become. And you don't need other people's approval for that or anything. Just like we have substance with the King of Oysters. And when I see this, especially in this context, I think about how, you know, some people follow their passions, right? And they don't do anything with them, right? Like they'll do their hobby, but like they don't make time for it. Like it's just, oh, I have a few extra minutes, let me knit. I have a really bad habit of doing this. Instead of taking time and making time for the substance in your life. And it's time to acknowledge the fact that whatever your passion is, whether that be your job, whether that be your hobby, whether that be your just travel, there's substance in it. There's substance in everything we do, and it's time to find that and to really thrive with it. See, with the Goat and the Willow, we have overcoming obstacles. So when I think about this, like, so with me and the knitting thing, I have 5 kids and 1 on the way. So, and then, you know, there's just not there are a lot of days where I feel like there's just not time for me. That's a huge obstacle that I have to overcome. It's really a mind block, okay? It's really a mind block because you have to take care of yourself before you can take care of everybody else. It just wasn't the way I was raised to think. So I'm having to go back and rewrite that part of my brain, which is an obstacle that I'm trying to overcome. So there's something that's been holding you back, and it's time to take that step, that leap, that bounce, and overcome it. And then we have idle hours. Take some time to lie on the emerald grass. See, we're back to like the time, making the time for it. Like sometimes you find the time whenever you would be like, you know, a lot of my friends and family, like they do this thing where they zone out, and like maybe you're taking that and learning how to do it more proactively. Because like I zone out when I knit, especially if I'm knitting something like right now I'm knitting my son a simple sweater, so it's literally just the same stitch all the way around. And I find that I can do that. I can sit there and daydream, and I can enjoy the process, and it's a really good way for me to meditate. Trust the robin, trusts her wings, not the branch she sits on. Oh goodness. And this this really comes back to trusting yourself and understanding that you have to take care of you before you can take care of everybody else. It's not the house that is, you know, keeping you stable. It's not the fact that the house is clean. It's not the fact that the kids are getting straight A's. It's the fact that you have the ability to make changes in your life. You have the ability, you have the way to find the time, find the tools that you need, and to take it and go from there. And then you have retreat. Spoil yourself in the morning mist. Breathe in nature's sweet scents. This is really, so one, definitely go outside. Definitely, especially if you're finding that you have like a mental block that it's holding you back from your passions. Go outside, go for a walk, go put your feet in the grass. Definitely time to ground yourself. You may just find that your time that you find to do you and follow your passion is better in the mornings. Mine is kind of in the mornings. So I really like sleeping in, and by sleeping in I mean 6 a.m. because you got to get kids up on the bus. But that gives me time to like drink my morning coffee or, you know, a smoothie, and then get around and set up for my readings or my Reiki or my knitting. I even video game. So depending on what day it is and which one of my passions I'm going to do, it usually starts at around 9 a.m. for me. 10 a.m. is usually the latest, and that's just if I'm like having one of those super groggy days. But definitely it's time to find the time for you. It's time to overcome the obstacles, ground yourself, and follow those passions. Follow what makes you happy. Follow and build. It's time to build your life. I feel like this is giving off, like, personally for me, the vibes of like reminding myself that I have to put me first, and I have to take the time to do that. And I need to take the time to do that now. Anywho, I would love to know your thoughts on this. If you'd like I said, we're going to be doing the time cards and pulling tea leaves and some other stuff on part 2 to get more details on this. So if that's something you're interested in, you can find my Patreon. I'll put the link below. But if this gave you enough information, which I feel like it gave a lot of information, like a lot of, it was very blunt. It was very, you know, like, hey, you have an obstacle, you need to get over it. We're going to try to find out more about what this obstacle is. And, yeah, so how to handle it. in the best ways. But as is, I hope you have a great day, and I look forward to hearing what you thought. Good morning. If you chose pile 2, this is going to be your pile today. You have the Lovers, Determination, Defense and Balance. You have the Canary, Step forward now and sing your song. There's power in finding your voice. I pulled the time card now, but the time card is going to be used in part 2 of the video, which will be found on my Patreon. I'll drop a link below. But right now, here are your keywords. Renew. Nature continuously renews itself year after year. Surprises. Under the most ordinary stone is an undisturbed garden. Change. Falling leaves do not signify the end, but the beginning of a fruitful season. And growth. The tallest oak tree once started as a seedling. Don't be afraid to start something new. Let's see. Your reading is definitely about something that you're already in the middle of, right? You're already in the middle of it. This could be your job, like especially if you own your own business with like a friend or something. Like this is something you've collaborated with someone on. This could be a relationship. But the Lovers card is about 2 people that are different coming together. So this doesn't necessarily have to be romantic. This could be business. It could be anything that you've connected with somebody else over. I'm really getting like the vibes of like a career, or like it might even be like a hobby, like especially if you own like, or if like this could be something as simple as like being part of the PTA, you know, like it's not just you, it's with other people, you know. And I love this. This is she's one of my favorite artists. I have almost all of her decks, and I have her new book. Let's see. And then the Canary, especially with it being step forward now, sing your song. There's power in finding your voice. It could be like, let's use the PTA as an example. So I have 2 kids in elementary school right now, and their PTA is relatively new. The area that I'm in right now is much smaller than where I come from. I come from Northwest Arkansas, right? Which sounds little, it sounds redneck, but that's where Walmart home office is, right? So like, it's way more lucrative than here. Everybody has more money. So like, there's more money in the schools. The PTAs do bigger things. And then we moved here, and it's much smaller. The PTAs, my middle schooler doesn't even have a PTA. They don't have a PTA at all. The intermediary school, they have a PTA, but it's one person, and she sends out an email whenever she wants to do something. Otherwise, there's no communication there. They don't do anything. The PTA for that PTA for Vets Day, they bought donuts, and that was what they did for the vets. They had everybody bring their veteran in, and they gave them a Walmart donut, and which was very sweet of them. It was very kind, but that's the kind of like planning and effort that gets put in to that one, with it being just the one person. They don't seem to be collaborating with anybody. when I signed up. I signed up for the PTA there and like to be part of it, to be on that emailing list, and I haven't gotten a single email. And we're in the second set of 9 weeks. But then my elementary school kids, their PTA is very active. They are extremely big on what can they do for the community. Like they're so much, they're trying to grow so much, and they're communicating so much right now with each other on how to grow, that they've decided that they might, after winter break, want to try to do stuff for like the actual community, like the whole county, instead of just the little elementary school. And it's a bunch of people that are actually conversing. And you, whatever this situation is, you have a voice to be heard. You have great ideas that need to come out. Like I don't like speaking in front of people. And this PTA, they do like live on Facebook. That makes me really uncomfortable. Like this right here, like there's nobody even, like conversing with me. I'm recording this and I'm posting it later. I get a little anxious, but when I'm in the PTA, at the PTA meetings, sometimes they'll be like, hey, how do we do this? How do we do that? Like, can we make that even happen? And since I come from a different area, I have a different background, right? So like they were wanting to do, for Christmas, we're doing a, like, they call it a book tasting, but it's going to have different shops, and we're going to have like a place for the kids to buy books while they're there. And then there's crafts and stuff for them to do. And they were wanting to do like a goodie bag for each of the kids. They're like, it would be great if, since our theme is cuddle up with a good book, if we could give each of the kids a blanket so that they could go cuddle up with their new blanket and read a book. And they're like, but that, that's way out of our budget, right? Because it's still a little school, right? So I think our budget for like the whole thing is like $300, which is great. They're doing great. They're raising money. They're doing great. But it's still just much smaller. And I was like, okay, well, I come from a place where quilters are huge, okay? Like the quilting community in Northwest Arkansas it's enormous. And I used to be a part of it when I was a kid, because my whole family are quilters. And they used to get together and do fundraisers where they would just like take over one of their churches, and there'd be 20 or 30 sewing machines, and they'd just be like sewing together patchwork quilts. And then they donate them all to like either the CAC or the police, or sometimes they do it for homeless, or I think one year they did it for breast cancer. And but they do it a lot for kids. And I was like, well, why don't we look into something that here, see if one of the quilt guilds would like to donate blankets or quilts. Like quilts is a little much on the short notice, but tie blankets, I mean, that was huge. You asked, the quilt guilds back home if they'd donate tie blankets, and they got thrilled. They were like, oh my gosh, yes. And then they'd usually end up offering, to help teach any of the kids who wanted to learn, they'd offer them to come in and learn. And it was great. And they were like, oh my goodness, like I've never even thought of that. So now they're looking into quilt guilds here, donating blankets. And so that was, a little piece that I was able to help with. And if I'm not mistaken, we've already found 3 different ones that are wanting to help. So that's all great. But you have something that can just blow this wide open, can really help make this thrive. And you have to have the determination, because I feel like you're probably fighting you at the same time. Like I do. Like, do I want to say that? Like, is that worthy enough? Like, is that going to go over well? Am I going to sound like a know-it-all? And you've got to have the determination to be strong-headed about it. Like, to fight with you. For being completely honest, I don't think you're having to like fight with anybody else. I think it's like your own mind. You've got to step out. You've got to sing your song. You've got to find your balance, and this could be something that like might seem a little controversial whenever, because I mean, like, mine was asking for free blankets. You know, you have to find a way to defend that. You have to find a way to let people understand that it's a great idea. Like, you have to, and you know it's a great idea, right? So like, you already have your defense. Like, if someone pulls something weird out of their butt, you're gonna know. But you have to have the determination to not let them just pummel you down, especially with words. Especially, you know, like, every group has that Karen, right? And the quiet kid always gets, you're like, no, maybe that's not the best idea. No, this is a great idea. This is a great idea, and you should make sure that it's heard. Make sure that it's heard. Make sure that, you know, you understand that it's okay to be afraid. It's okay to be afraid. I have started this channel up so many times, and then I freak out, and it's okay to be afraid. You have to start somewhere. And if you're starting somewhere, starting at the PTA, then you go. That's a great place to start out. You know, this could be your actual job. You know, like, you could be one of those people that goes to the business meetings and usually doesn't say anything, but you know how a certain company works because you work more hand on hand with them. And so speaking up, even when it's a meeting with your boss's boss, might be extremely beneficial. Because, yeah, the falling leaves do not signify an end, but the beginning of a fruitful season. So whatever you have to defend, it's not the end. It's not the end. This is the beginning. If you find the determination to defend whatever this idea is, whatever you decide to voice, you're going to see a whole new side of you. It's going to open up different doors that you just had no idea could even exist. And it might not be like a huge, you know, like, oh my goodness, I found the Garden of Eden. It could literally just be a little garden underneath a stone, like just something new, something different. You know, it's going to feel scary, but it's going to be great. And yeah, nature continuously renews itself year after year. And that's kind of how I feel about this channel, is like, I have to start over because I didn't feel comfortable the first time, you know, and that is something. So determination, when you speak, right? Don't let yourself overthink it. Don't let yourself go and argue with yourself about it. You don't have to voice your defense if no one asked for that, right? Like, so if it's your mind going, oh, snap, maybe I didn't say that right. You said it right. You're fine. Voice it all. Then, you know, defend yourself against, you know, over talking, because I do that a lot. I'll be like, oh, did I say that quite right? Is that going to be understood? But no, you've got this. You have what it is. You're already in this position. Like, this is something that's already happening. You're already in this group or taking part of this. And yeah, it's going to be a little scary, but you've got this. You're going to have the determination to do it, though. And I'm so excited to see what this is. I would love for you to comment below and let me know. We're going to try to see a little bit more about this in part 2 on Patreon. We're going to flip over the time card. We're going to pull some tea leaves. We're going to get oracle pogs and some more tarot cards. But we're going to use tarot pogs and get some more information. So if you'd like to get more information about this, if this wasn't enough for you, then go ahead and hop over to my Patreon and we'll get that all done. As is, I'm so excited to see what this does for you. I'd love to hear about your canary moment. So be sure to, you know, drop a message and let me know how it goes. All right, lovely. If you chose pile 3, this is going to be your pile. We have the 3 of Wands is your tarot card for this reading. We have the Possum and Peony for bashfulness. We have Discovery and Unknown. And then we have the Raven. The universe is calling you to notice important synchronicities. This will actually be part of the part 2 reading that'll be found on Patreon. We'll go into a little more detail. We'll use our tea leaves, our oracle pogs, and our tarot pogs to get some more details on this reading. So if this reading isn't quite as detailed as you were hoping, we can hop over to Patreon and see how that goes. We have time. Embrace the dewdrops of life before they disappear in the morning sun. Let go. Enjoy the pulsing light of the firefly, but don't hold on too tight. And hope. An idea, like a single acorn, can start a wondrous forest. Let's see. This really feels like a reading that your spirit guides are just like screaming, you know, like, hey, pay attention, you know, just pay attention. This is like a giant pay attention reading. Like, I mean, you have important synchronicities, discover the unknown, time, let it go, hope, and bashfulness with the 3 of Wands. Like, little time clock down there. I mean, time is definitely super important right now. Like, the birds, they all have hearts on them. Let's see. I know there's a little hair right there. Goodness, sorry, couldn't get it. It was driving me nuts. There's something happening in your life right now that has just been like over and over and over and over and over. And you haven't noticed that the same thing is happening. It could be the fact that no, see, I don't think it's numbers. Like, a lot of times people are like, oh, synchronicities, like I saw 11:11. I've been seeing 11:11, but I don't think that's it. I think there's something happening in your life that has happened before. It's happened before. It's happened before. Like, there's something in your life that your own bashfulness is keeping you from noticing. You're going to have to let go. You're going to have to let go. You're holding on to something way too tight, and it's going to explode. And you're going to have to let go in order to find out anything. Like, I feel like I've done multiple of the readings. Like, this is the 3rd reading of the day, and I feel very constricted right now. Like, I feel like I can't quite. I feel blocked. It's weird. I feel very blocked right now. Let me take a breath and a drink and see if we can. I need y'all to take a breath. Relax. There's something unknown to you that you're going to find. You're going to figure out. It's going to take some time, right? But you're going to have to embrace it. You're going to have to let go, come out of your shell a little bit, and become more observant of what's going on around you. Let yourself hope. Like, is this seems like you haven't noticed synchronicities to something that's going to bring a whole new hope, a whole new light, a whole new exciting area, a whole new forest for you to explore in your life. There's a door. There's a door that you need to open. There's a door that you need to open. There's a door that's waiting for you to see it. And it's been popping up over and over and over. It's it's almost like you've been letting other people like pick the way that you're going to help. Like you've been too laid back for too long. It's time for you to step out and discover what your life is, what your life is like, what your life is going to be like, what the next door is for you. This isn't something that someone else can discover for you. You have to take the time and find it. You got to notice it. Like this is... It's like an idea. It's going to be an idea. Have you had something that's continuously been crossing your brain? You haven't noticed that it's just come up over and over and over. Or maybe that you have a little like fantasy dream, you know, and bits and pieces of it are popping up in your life as your spirit guides encouraging you to take that, you know, to open that door, to go explore that more, to go see what in that you don't know. It's time to embrace it. It's time to embrace life. And, you know, embracing life and, you know, enjoying life can be a little scary, especially if you've been on the back burner. You've been, especially like growing up, my parents made a lot of the decisions for me. And I was raised that I wasn't old enough, mature enough, wise enough to make important decisions for myself, or even little decisions for the general most part, until I moved out. Maybe you've been letting someone else in the driver's seat for too long, and now it's time to embrace the fact that it's your life. Embrace the fact that there's stuff waiting for you. Just you. It's just waiting for you. It's just waiting for you to notice it. Just waiting for you to have the idea to grow the forest. If you know what this is, I would love to know, because I am feeling super blocked. Like I'm not getting a lot of information. Like I feel like you're going to seriously need to like meditate on this. Like meditate on it. Like take the time to open your mind and become very active with your eyes. You have to notice the synchronicities. It could just be deer on the side of the road. That might mean something for you. But there's a message that your spirit guides have been trying very difficult to get you to see and understand and to pay attention. And now they're literally just saying, hey, pay attention. Pay attention. In part 2, we'll try to see if we can get a time frame and some more information on what this could be, or how to come out of this bashful area and pay attention to notice the synchronicities. But I will drop the link to the Patreon below if you'd like that. If you already know what this is, or if you want to take the curiosity level a little further and just go with this and try to find the synchronicities yourself, absolutely. Please message me below and let me know what you find. Let me know what those synchronicities were. I'm really excited to see how many different ways this turned out. I feel like if less people had gotten this message, it would have been a little clearer. But I feel like there's so many people that spirit guides are just trying to get to pay attention right now, that I'm hoping we can get more information in part 2. But as is, drop a message below. Let me know what you think this is, or what your synchronicities were when you find them. And if you'd like more information, hop over to the Patreon and we'll see what we can find out.